Okay, guess what? It is time. Like it or
Time.
not, the show must go on whether we have a show or not, right? All right. Welcome, everyone, to Lauren Not So Live. And tonight is Relay. We should be able to raise over here at least 50 lindens if you put some money on it. Possibility. I'll do that.
Well, does it have a...
Yeah, somebody's got to put a back thing. You can do that, Catboy. Put a little backstop behind it. So you
Yes,
can
I can. I'll do that right now.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So here we are. Second Life. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. So I'll tell you, these updates, they keep doing these updates and things don't work after they're done. You would think after 11 years, they'd finally get something right in here, right? And then apparently the Dr. Fran, New World Notes, is claiming that Second Life is coming to an end.
Again.
Right?
What?
Again.
Who's saying
this
again?
Regularly. Right, again.
New World Note.
Right.
This page traffic was low.
Yeah, I had to pull it up. Right, exactly. God, it's unbelievable. And then I put in the in the blog, in the chat window here. I couldn't believe it. FunnyAdultGamesPlay.com. This is where all the people that are doing sex have gone. You guys can go just check it out. It is wild. Now you got to have a PC. You can't have a Mac because a Mac, they don't res the penis very well. So.
That's it.
And you may wonder what this backdrop is here. And this is all thanks to Dr. Fran, who turned me on last week to reading this book, Ready Player One. How many people in here have been playing video games for like a long, long, long time and virtual games and always trying to get... I've
been into Pong. I started with Pong, literally. I have it still.
You know, he mentions in the book before, there's a before Pong,
Yes.
It was really done on an oscilloscope.
Really?
Yeah, they used.
No, he's not making that up. Yeah, that's true.
No.
Yeah. So anyhow, it's a great book. It really tells you one day it is possible that we could live in world and never leave the world. Wouldn't you like that, everyone? Right. So I have to do a show every Tuesday, and only 3 people show up. That'd be great for return. Yeah. It's great. And, yep. But it's a bad day in Second Life, when you res in a sim that you don't recognize. Yeah, don't you love that?
That's not good.
Come in.
Where was I the night before? Yeah.
And sometimes they res you in like one of these, what do they call them? Newbie stations or something like that.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Welcome.
And everybody wants to know,
welcome play.
Where'd you get welcome? Yeah, where'd you get that hair? How'd you get that dress? What'd you get that for?
Where do I go to level up?
I tell that's that old joke of that person came by me, that. But I always say to them, they ask all that stuff. I said, I had to sleep around with people for 3 years to make enough money. Let me get out my money tree. You can climb that and see if you can get some dough.
Remember those? Oh, God, remember those?
And I think the lucky chair should vibrate, don't you? That would be lucky.
It'll let you know that you won.
Yeah. Another thing, it's a bad day in Second Life. You wake up in a bed, and it's a sex-gen bed, and you go, oh, my God, what happened last time I was in World? It's even worse if you weren't there, and your avatar's been there, and you wonder, what's my avatar been doing while I've been gone? See, that would be great if I had control, God mode. This is why they don't give it to me. Boy, everybody would just be shocked at the things that would happen to them and where they would be and who their friends are. I'd take all the people that they managed to ban and then make them all their friends. Can you imagine that? Yeah. Or, of course, the dreaded one, which I've actually done, is when you are at a party in Second Life and you have a glass of wine in First Life and you spill it on your keyboard. That. We've all done that. Or somebody tells a joke and you've got something in your mouth and you spit it all the way across the whole room laughing. We've all done that too, right?
I've done that right here.
Yep. So anyhow, hey, welcome, Raven. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Hey, you.
So I have a modest proposal, okay? I mean, I think we women should run the government. Don't you, Dr. Fran?
Yes.
I think we should run the government. This is what we do. We create a whole bunch of Sims just for the men to enjoy. We pack them up with guns, health meters, medals, booze, centerfold pictures, and barrels of KY. The 9 Sims could each be a country or something. They could spend their time invading each other over and over, giving out medals. And when they're not warring, they could have the comfort of their centerfold pictures, booze, and the other products. In the meantime, the rest of us girls, we could fix everything on Earth, couldn't we? It would be great. Yeah. Clean the house once, it would stay clean, right? No towels on the floor in the bathroom. Yeah, right. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Hey, Misty, how are you? Come on in. Yeah. And this is a sort of a Relay for Life event. Yes. Your 50 lindens is the last 50 lindens ever needed to solve the cure for cancer. Okay. So if you put money in there, that is it. That's it. It'll be over. All those people getting $10, $20 million a year salaries will be gone. No job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Anyhow, to all my friends in Second Life, I have to say, just remember, we socialize our dreams and desires. I mean, can anyone who's never been in our virtual world really judge what we do? Don't you love when you have people in First Life, you tell them about Second Life, and they get like a little snicker or something? Or they're on television, they're talking about Second Life. You know, I love when they're talking about Second Life on television and making some joke about it. Because I'm looking at them, none of them are over 6 inches tall, and that's not really their first life either. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I hate it. You watch 30 hours of TV a week, you're normal, but you're in here for like 6 hours a week, and people think you're a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, I came in here to get away from those people, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think it'd be great, you know. We should have gas stations where when you go to fill up, you could play Second Life while you're filling the car, right? That would be good.
Oh, they got the screens. That'll work.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you think you'd res by the time that you got your tank
No,
full?
I'm joking. Don't get so realistic with me. Okay?
Don't get technical.
Yeah, once those Oculuses come out, we can just drive around in our car and not see shit on the outside and just watch that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
waiting
they're
for
gonna
my
have those cars
Yeah.
that drive
Lauren.
themselves.
cells.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that. I'm waiting
I'll
for the
tell you,
first
those car-
Oculus. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go on. Absolutely. This is an open time. Go on. The first
Okay,
Oculus,
I'm-
what?
I'm waiting for the first Oculus Rift related highway accident. It's gonna
Actually-
happen, you know.
Actually, I want to see true driverless cars have an accident and figure out. The cops
It's like who's Yeah, who the hell do you sue? You know,
Yeah,
like whose insurance is gonna pay for it?
yeah. And here in Second Life, you can get pregnant, you can have a baby, and you can lose your baby, and the cops don't come get you.
Government took my baby away. Well, now they can't.
Yeah, I went to a dermatologist in Second Life to get my pixels scraped. You know, you get old after a while here in Second Life. Stuff happens.
That's great.
And how many of you, when you go out to get a new computer, all you care is how good is the graphics card, right? Come
Yes.
on.
Bingo.
Yes.
Right?
Are you kidding?
Bingo.
That's it.
Hey, bingo. That's it. What do you think I got this
Nvidia
computer?
780.
Yeah. So we're going to have a great show tonight. So stay tuned. At some point it will happen. By the way, I read Monica Lewinsky's piece in the Vanity Fair. If you guys
you
have not
did?
read it, all right. And
Really?
this I really
Okay.
agree with. Yep, she did a good job of writing it. And the fact is really simple. There's a whole section on it. The feminists really failed on her part because they all thought, oh, Bill is okay and she's not attractive and therefore it's her fault. They never thought about it in the proper way, you know? Every one of them failed on that. So they should all those leaders of the Feminist Party should also get jobs with the people from the American Cancer Society that won't have a job. But please put these Lindens in because Shauna has really worked hard on putting this together. I hope we're raising some. Did you res something there so they can see how much they're putting in yet, Catboy, or are you just thinking still?
Just thinking still, but yeah, I
Alright.
put a little
Isn't there a
backing on it.
kiosk?
Did you put a backing
It's
on
right
it so
there.
they can see it? I can't
Yeah.
see anything.
Oh,
No, you have to enable
Oh,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Crazy guy.
I'm
Not where you
sorry.
put it.
My
We're up
bad.
above where
I
the
was
frickin' numbers are.
Yeah, because the
That's it,
letters are
that's it.
purple. You can't
Okay.
see it. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Yeah. All right. There
There
we
it
go.
is.
Now you can see how much you got. Right.
Whee!
Wow,
All right,
roast
I'm gonna
beef.
put some
Thank
money.
you.
156,284. We only have 43,716 lindens to go. For all of you that are here, by the way, I am now using my God mode to tabulate all the funds that you currently have in your account. And I'm about to press a button, and they're all going in here. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to think about Apple. Come on now, right? What's next? I mean, iMute. I mean, that's what they really need. And what's the story? They're going to buy Beats, Dr. Dre's company. Have you heard
Mhm.
about this? They're going to buy.
I have a
Yeah.
pair of them. I have
I mean,
a pair of them.
that's like making a statement that iTunes and iRadio are going the way of vinyl.
Vinyl's making a comeback.
Never
I'll
left.
tell you, if we
Yeah.
were smart, we could have hoped that Putin had been using Apple Maps. That would have been interesting.
Oh
Would
no,
have
he
been made
invaded
in
Estonia.
Corsica. Right, exactly.
He wound up in Estonia by mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, there's a guy. You think he comes into Second Life? I don't know. You know, Putin in Second Life. I can see it now. All right, I'm taking over this sim because people speak Russian. You gotta like, you know, he's a little guy. He's like got a Napoleon complex.
Oh, I know.
I hear he
It's
watches
tiny.
reruns of Adolf Hitler every day. No, that's terrible. Yeah. So here's some pregnancy questions. I know Tindali has been pregnant, and I've been pregnant in Second Life. How about you, Catboy? I mean, have you ever gotten
I
pregnant?
haven't tried it. Well, I don't
You
have a
haven't?
female
Oh.
avatar. This is a male avatar, actually. I'm just in a
That's
That's a
dress.
male avatar? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see the female avatar of that one. What species is that? That's a male avatar. I love it. That's great. Anyhow, you know, if men got pregnant, maternity leave would last for at least 2 years, don't you think, girls? With full pay, no less.
Yeah.
There'd definitely be a cure for stretch marks within 3 weeks.
Yeah, deliveries would be tax deductible.
Right. And children would be kept in the hospital until toilet trained. So I had this guy one time hitting on me in Second Life, you know, and my voice wasn't working, which usually scares him away. So I didn't know what to do. So I typed out, I had cramps. And do you know what he typed back? I'll wait. Only in Second Life would somebody wait for you to get over your cramps to have sex.
Oh, wait.
Hello, Warthog. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we got some people here. Explorer, you're here too. Yeah. By the way, I'm going to be doing the SLB. Oh, I'm so glad you did. And look who's here. Lapisian. Liberty is here. Lapisian is a phenomenal builder, among other things. Many things he does that are really fabulous. Yeah. By the way, apparently the Republicans are going to run in 2014 on the platform of Benghazi and Obamacare.
That's it. Okay.
Which they're just going to go with the BO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably, and we laugh, but that was probably
Yeah, exactly.
the actual
Can you believe it?
call, right?
I mean, come on. This Rand Paul is running for president, right? I want to know, is his wife RuPaul? I mean, I want to know. It's an inquiring thought that we should know if he's running.
I keep getting those two mixed up all the time. I swear to God.
You know, it's people like him that I wish would get back in the closet. Oh, I ran into a mobster once in Second Life. Now, I don't know if you know this, okay? But he had been like with the Gambino family or one of those families or the Carminos or whatever it is, all right? And apparently he was now in the Federal Witness Protection Program, you know, where we were short on funds and stuff. So they put him in a dark, windowless room, gave him a computer hooked up to Second Life, and told him that was their new Federal Witness Protection Program. You gotta love it, though, right? You could just see that. When I'm in the airport, I see people with all different size luggage. Have you ever seen this? Some people, I mean, it's like a small house coming down the baggage claim, right? I mean, it's unbelievable,
Yep.
and it's always, I mean, you can see this, the biggest piece of luggage, there's this tiny gal and this big guy, and guess who has to pull the luggage off the damn
Oh, of
thing?
course. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, I always wonder about the inventory count. I like to go up to people with their luggage. You know how much inventory you got in there? What's your avatar rendering cost? Don't you like using stuff from Second Life and First Life? I mean, come on. I mean, it's nice because we're allowed to walk around and ask people, oh my gosh, your avatar rendering cost is just out of hand. Yeah. 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 A lot of guys in Second Life fake orgasms. You know that, right? I met one guy says he fakes them in First Life, too. I wanted to figure out how he was doing that. Don't worry, won't be using this on SL11B. I'm being very good here, okay?
Oh, God, yeah.
And there's a mirror that you can buy in Second Life that will remind you that you're a slave and that you're supposed to remember you're a slave. It's a Gorian mirror, Yeah. So,
A mirror?
Yeah. This one gal showed it to me. I said, are you kidding? I got a laundry basket in First Life that reminds me of that daily. Need a mirror. Yeah. A few years ago, a friend of mine had got one of these cars with a GPS in it. Now they come, just about everybody has a GPS or on their phone or whatever, which is really interesting when they're looking at their phone driving with a GPS. I mean, that is a joke, okay? But she had just gotten it, turned it on, and followed it all the way to nowhere because she didn't realize that it was a demo that was running on her damn GPS in the car. She was truly lost. You've been ejected from real life? Yeah, I know.
I want that update. Latest update. Ejected from real life.
That's like calling up and saying to the office, I'm sorry, I can't come in because I can't log on. Yeah, see, that's
Can I
where
do
good
that?
stuff comes from our world. What, Dr. Fran?
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Durr.
Use that excuse next time I want to photograph work.
I like walking up to people in the office early morning as they come in and go, it looks like you haven't rezzed yet. It just sets the day in motion. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So anyhow, what are you guys in here for? Does anybody know? I mean, we're really, this is just, Pfizer's buying AstraZeneca. They were in cahoots with Linden Labs. That's why it's called Labs, and it's right near the Pfizer and all that, because this was digital medicine, in case you didn't know that. The whole concept was we weren't supposed to be back out on the street because we had one of many problems, like depression, schizophrenia, psychosis, gender confusion, erectile dysfunction. There was so many people with erectile dysfunction when I first came in. Do you remember all those guys walking around with those giant penises? Wow,
Yes.
great. Wow, what word.
That priapism, right?
Yeah.
Priapism.
Priapism. That's it.
I could just see one of them turning to their first life partner. Honey, look what you make me do. So anyhow, we're having some fun. And music, I think, is being brought to us by Shauna tonight, and I think she's going to get the stuff in there. You have to leave physics off or fall on face. Right, exactly. I'll tell you, I still haven't figured out what is it? UI or UIO or YUF? Or
IOU.
No, you got that UI thing that comes up in developer kit. I love the developer kit. I want to buy a computer and use it indiscriminately and see what happens to me. Create an avatar. I mean, that develop thing is really cool. You got things like, but a lot of you probably know, enable visual leak detector. What does that mean? If somebody's taking a leak, you can see them? Oh, I don't know how that works.
Yes.
Well, now in development menu, you actually can force an error.
You can.
Yay.
Yes.
I
In
think
case
the
you
best
need
news,
one.
when we were young, we learned that you can't put you can't put your hands on a hot stove, right? Everybody learned that. But here in the developed menu, you can grab a baked texture and not burn yourself. I think that's really quite amazing. And what is forced params to default? Does anybody know that? No, right? Yeah. I like all
No, you
that.
just try it, see what happens.
No, because things happen and then you never get back here again. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
that's it.
afraid of change.
Print selected object information. There's one for you, right? I love all those buttons, don't you?
Oh, crap.
De-render. Can you de-render people? Does anybody know that?
Oh, yes,
Yes, you
you can
can.
if you got the right viewer. Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
We need that in First Life, you know? Wouldn't it be great? Install it in front of-
Oh, yes.
I wish I could de-render you.
Yeah, you just install it in your car like a Batmobile and just, just go right through everything. If stuck with someone you want to escape from, push this button. Yeah. Now, Second Life's great. Yeah. Yeah. Gore, Gore is quite something. Any of you guys ever been to Gore? I bet you most of you never been to Gore. Gore is exciting. Actually, Geo, way in the old days, if he saw somebody with a slave, he'd try to break her away and take her to like a church somewhere in Second Life. It never worked for him at all. That was just terrible. That was his early days of it. You would have loved him with that. Yeah. And only in Second Life can you feel like you walked a mile, but you haven't taken your first step. You know, those when you just start to get towards the edge of the seat. Hello, Zenexus. Hello, Coral. Hello. We got so many good new people in here. Zach is in. Yeah, Shauna, you letting everybody know to put some money in this kiosk over here, and let's kick it up to at least enough money that all those people can get their salaries over there, you know?
Ah.
I know men in Second Life that only buy gifts
no
that they
donation
can.
too big or too small.
What'd you say, Shauna?
I
No
said,
donation.
everybody, please donate. No donation too big or too small. We
That's
take
right.
them all.
And if you don't have any money, you can donate your old Excite products. We know where to sell them and get the money from them, so don't worry about it.
We're going to have one hell of a garage sale.
Yeah. That's what's great. Behind me, you see this Ready Player One. Dr. Fran told me about this book, and if you guys haven't read this book and you like virtual worlds, it's a great book to read. It's a lot of fun, and it's you might enjoy it. I think that person must have played Second Life, right, Dr. Fran? Even though he never mentions it.
Never mentioned really Second Life. They never mention it, but
Yeah, but he has too many things he talks about that you think that he must have
Right.
played Second Life. Yeah.
maybe he didn't want to mention it because he borrowed so much from it.
Yeah.
Could be.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And if you're in New York and you ever go to the Museum of Modern Art, you will see that there's a lot of video art now that's out there that actually, where they actually have a computer running all the time showing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like this show right now is being played on the Museum of Modern Art.
In the sculpture garden.
In the sculpture garden.
And did anyone see the movie Hot Tub Time Machine? Second Life? is
Yes,
in it.
I like that movie.
I have not seen a hot tub.
Hot
Write
Tub
it down.
Time Machine.
Wow.
It was streaming on Netflix for a while.
However,
That's where I saw it.
I've just about finished the entire video. I worked with Linden Labs on this. Second Life Girls Gone Wild. We're going to be putting that. Yeah, that's going to be coming to a movie theater near you.
Near you.
That's going to be very exciting.
Oi.
Well, some of the scenes are with old pose balls, which you can remember were the most unique sexual Kama Sutras you've ever had. Yeah. I know a bunch of men, they only buy gifts for their women here in Second Life if they're copy transfer. That's those avatars under 30 days not admitted. Right, Dindalia. But someday somebody's going to figure out how we can just walk out of here into anything else. Wouldn't it be great, like all of us just show up in the middle of a battle scene of Halo? Hey, everybody!
Especially my avatar dressed like this. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. Would you, just go into World of Warcraft, grab some guy by the ear and say, come on, it's time for you to come home. Have some fun with the other people.
Come on, you got homework to do.
Is that right? That's great. It was a good show there in Denver? Yeah. Yeah. In a hippie van. Yes, exactly. So, anyhow, I think we should bring Catboy up now.
Hey, Catboy.
Okay.
25 minutes into this, right? 25
All right.
minutes. And
Hold
we
on.
raised just enough money to buy a pack of cigarettes.
All right. Woo! Yeah.
Come on, I'm just joking. Come on, let's put some money in
Okay.
there. Dr. Fran put 1,000 lindens in there. Dr. Fran, did you pick Zibliminal's pocket again?
Yeah, he's close.
Yes,
by.
she did.
And he's wearing those big old mesh pants.
Ooh, you like that, don't you? Those
Okay.
pants.
All right. Now, before I get started with the comedy, I want to tell you a story. And this, I swear
Before
to
you tell the story, I got to interrupt you 1 minute. We have
Oh,
a lot
okay,
of
sorry.
people in the house tonight. They have never seen you before. I've seen 3 people duck under a table already. This is Catboy. Okay, relax.
Oh my gosh! I actually had a
He's
guy
the
come
bunny.
on to me. I had a guy come on to me over at Club Zero because I like to listen to heavy metal music, and this guy was making a pass at me, and I thought, I do everything I possibly could to try to give hints that I'm really a guy. I mean, it's in my name, Catboy. I explained it in my profile. I'm a 40-year-old creepy-ass cross-dresser. I try to do everything, And this guy's coming on to me, and I told him, you do realize I'm a guy, right? And he said, yeah, but I fucked everything else in this club, and I'm just bored.
Yeah, that is sad. That is very sad. Oh, God.
Anyway, but that wasn't the story. I got to tell you this story. This is an absolute true story. All right. Recently, I was working on Relay for Life. We're doing this build thing with Venice, and I ran out of beer, and I kind of need that. And so I get in my car I fill up the car full of empties. I realized I have downstairs a bar, and it was full of empties. I spent like an hour hauling all these empties out to the car to drive back to the beer store. And on the way there, I'm sitting at a red light, and I hear this horrible screeching, wrenching metal sound, like 2 cars had just collided or something like that, come out from the side. And I look over to my right, and I see that someone is driving out of the gas station with the nozzle still in the tank.
Oh God, were they stoned?
Yeah, I'm not making this up. This really did happen. I saw that. He drove away, and he's just driving away like nothing happened. He didn't stop. He didn't slow down. Nothing. He's just going down the street with the gas nozzle sticking out of his tank. I'm going, holy shit. But I was right at the light. I was right there. So I made a right turn at a red light, which is legal to do up here. It probably is where you are too. And I try to catch up to him. I can't floor it because I got a car full of empties, right? I don't want to smash up all these bottles in my car. So I catch up to him, and I pull up alongside, and it's summers. Everyone's driving with their windows open, but it's not hot enough that, there's air conditioning. So his window's open. I roll down my window, and I shout out to him, and I notice that the guy driving the car is like 90 years old. 90. Now, I hate to rip on old people, but if he's not 90, he was probably 100. But he was 90 years old, and I shouted at him, it's like, you got a gas nozzle stuck in your car, right? As soon as I shouted that, I just startled the living daylights out of this guy, and he reacted like, like he just woke up and realized he was driving a car. Like that kind of reaction. Right? So I'm yelling at him, and that, there's a gas nozzle. I mean, all he had to do was just look over his left shoulder, and he would have seen this giant nozzle sticking out of the gas tank of his car. And it's dragging.
He was tweeting his girlfriend.
At 90? That would be pretty awkward for him to do because his wife was sitting in the car right next to him, right? And I scared the hell out of these 2 people by yelling at him. And he didn't listen to anything I said. He just looked at me like I was a crazy person.
Were you wearing that dress?
What? Do I look crazy to you? Do I? Seriously? But, and so I tried getting his attention again, right? I tried yelling, said, "There's a gas nozzle sticking out of the back of your car." And his wife is there, the old lady. She's sitting in the passenger seat. And saying, "Don't pay any attention to him. He's a crazy person. Just keep driving. Just keep driving." Right? And I thought, what the hell do I do now? They don't believe me. Right? And then finally, the lady, she leans over her husband to stick her head into the window, and she yells at me, "Leave us alone, you crazy person!" And then she hits her husband in the chest, and she says, drive away, right? And he floors it. Now, they're not driving some, 40-year-old bastard barge Cadillac. They're driving a brand new 4-door Honda Civic. That will go pretty fast if you put your foot down. So
maybe 4 miles an hour.
Yeah. They just tear off down the street at highway speeds, out of control, knocking over garbage cans. They cut off somebody, causing them to honk their horn. And I'm just sitting there going, do I look crazy? Do I? Do I look crazy to you? That's just not. Well, I had to give up. I just said, fuck it. I've done enough damage for today, and I just had to let him go. What are you going to do? I got a car full of empties. I can't go chasing after them. But that really did happen. I just wanted to tell you that story. All right, so let's start off with what's been going on in the news. I guess Jay-Z, it's safe to say that Jay-Z now has 100 problems. If you think about it, anyone know? 99 problems and a bitch plus one is what you can rename that song now. Because I have a problem with that joke because the Dungeons and Dragon nerds out there are going to take it the wrong way. Like, ooh, bitch plus one. Effective against internet trolls, but you lose badly on charisma points.
Charisma
Dungeons
points.
and points. That's a real thing in Dungeons and Dragons, by the way. I'm just saying because I'm a nerd. I know these things. Okay. Okay, what's going on? The NSA, recently it was revealed that the NSA is installing backdoor technology into brand new electronic devices, which is like one of the least surprising things that could possibly come from the NSA. I mean, what, they're doing cell phones and laptops, home computers.
What
They
do you
call it
pencil and paper?
I know. Yeah,
Never
you know
mind,
what?
actually.
I see this in the future that typewriters are going to suddenly make a comeback. No, I'm dead serious about that. I'm dead serious. But anyway, but it's I got a problem with what they call backdoor spying. It sounds like the anal porn version parody of this story. That's what it sounds like. Okay. Now, moving on. Did anyone hear, this happened just recently, another Honda Civic driven by a crazy person. Some girl, disappointed that her boyfriend had broke up with her, she drove her Honda Civic off a cliff into a terrible crash. Now, she did survive. She survived, but she's disappointed that her boyfriend is obviously not a Twilight vampire. Anyone read the books? That is sort of an inside joke. But, boy, that relationship sure went downhill fast. Ba-dum-bum. I guess they were living on the edge. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Okay. On to Yahoo News, the Ferris Bueller of news, where every day is an off day when it comes to citing their sources. Recently, yeah. Oh, you're going to love this. Here. Recently, Yahoo News had come up with a strategy for people looking for work because they do realize that most people reading their news sources are unemployed. They're just sitting around, reading internet stuff all day. All right. But they came up with the most effective way of answering the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I got a question for you. When have you ever heard that question being asked by a place where you would be happy to be there in 5 years? Okay? Seriously. I mean, it's always like a McDonald's or something and asks that question. I've applied for jobs at hospitals, government places, like art studios, places where you really would be happy for a long-term job, and they never ask that question. Okay, they're always asked by these places like a McDonald's or a Walmart where, young people are looking just to pay for college to get a better job. That's the only reason why most people work there. So there's this poor kid trying to get a college degree being asked by a middle-aged failure working at a burger joint what his long-term plans are for life. Something a little bit ironic. Oh, yeah. I hope to be right here in 5 years, working for minimum wage and cleaning out the grease traps out of the burger joint with my bachelor's degree. Sure.
Don't laugh. That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, that is true. That's a sad truth, but that's what's happening. Okay. And what's been going on? Has anyone heard about these e-cigarettes? E-cigarettes,
Oh, yeah.
electronic cigarettes. Yeah, the water vapor. By the way, I was here on Second Life when it was brand new, and a lot of the people that were here on Welfare Island, they got hired by this company that just invented that technology, and they went around Second Life looking for people to sort of pitch this thing, and they were actually giving away e-cigarettes into people in Second Life. Does anyone remember that? That happened about like 4 or 5 years ago now. No one saw that? No, okay, but anyway.
No.
Okay. But, sorry, I thought you might have run into it. But anyway, apparently, kids are taking these e-cigarettes and they're putting pot in it. Small pot. And I'm not making this up, and apparently you can actually get high, but it doesn't have any telltale signs because it's apparently water vapor does not smell like you're smoking marijuana. So they're inhaling all this stuff and they're getting high, and there's no telltale, there's no smoke, there's nothing that tells people that there's an actual marijuana cigarette inside this damn thing. So they found a sneaky way to get high, and apparently it's so sneaky that police said that in order to arrest teenagers for illegally smoking marijuana, they're going to have to keep an eye open for other symptoms of pot smoking. So they said, well, what are you going to look out for? And they said, we're going to look out for things like excessive giggling, silly behavior, and scarfing down enormous quantities of pizza. Now, this just in, every single teenager in the entire United States is now a marijuana suspect. That's all I have for tonight, everybody.
That's it? That's it?
That's it.
Great. Fantastic. I thought you said you had a lot of stuff to go over.
I'm about 12 minutes.
Voice came to Second Life, what, in 2000?
Oh, no, it was earlier than that.
Yeah, 2008. That's a movie in there. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in 2000.
Anyhow, how many people know
Cookie we
when the first recorded voice was and where? Does anybody know the first time voice was ever recorded?
I'm going to take a guess. Do you mean on Second Life, or do you mean like in history
Period.
in general?
In history.
On period. Yeah, that would be Edison. Thomas Edison, when he invented the record
Bell.
player.
That would be really great that you said.
Alexander Graham Bell.
Yes.
Yeah. Nope. You guys are all wrong, but he was right about Edison before Bell, believe it or not. That Bell made the phone call. But the fact is that the first one was actually recorded by a guy who generally read medical texts. He was singing at the Paris Expo, and he recorded it on soot and paper, and it wasn't able to be played until a year or so ago. Somebody found a way to play it. He recorded it before he could ever hear it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
So cool.
So it was at the Paris in April of 1860. Dr. Fran was there, of course.
Thank you.
Oh.
With Thinkera. With Thinkera.
Edouard Scott. Yeah, right, exactly. Anyhow, Edison recorded his first recording. Edison did was on tinfoil. How about that? Did you know that? I mean, I don't know how these guys come up with this shit, but what can I tell you? Yeah. So anyhow, so I got this note. I read this thing, and I knew it was about me. Okay. And it said, she's not that pretty when she wakes up in the morning. Every time I want to spend some time with her, she's either shopping or doing inventory. And you should hear her singing in the bathroom. She's so off key. She can't cook. Costs me a fortune in pedicures, manicures, and believe me, she pads her bra. She does. And she doesn't clean, and I had to get a maid. She won't fold the laundry. She says she may break a nail, always telling me to slow down and keep my eye on the road when I drive. Going to the mall with her is terrible, always asking should I get a boob job. She snores, and all it was signed was her handler. And I knew that it was... Yeah. So, How many of you guys have picked out somebody else's partner? Has anybody ever linked anybody up in Second Life with somebody and said, "Oh, I think you guys would be partners"? Because they do that in First Life. It never works. Anybody been on a
Nope.
blind date here in Second Life? A blind
Actually,
date?
Thick Brick and
Yes.
Blue got matched up by somebody.
Is that right?
The reason
Yep.
Thick
Oh,
Brick
right,
is not
right.
here is because he's in love.
He's in love. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, for all of you, in case you're wondering, there is a off-world sale of old, non-used Zingo machines. If anybody needs some for their home, you know.
Zingo. Does anyone remember
Yeah,
pizza?
yeah.
I burned my
Yeah.
pizza.
Yep. So there was a complete yard sale in a box for 5,500 lindens you could have bought on Marketplace. I always love the stuff that gets sold on the Marketplace, you know. It's like the eBay of hell. A pink and white girl's bedroom set for only $2K. And somebody put up this. I like this. A couch only torn in one corner for $1K.
I was about to ask, what's wrong with pink and white?
Yeah. Somebody else was selling for 1,000 lindens. That was selling 17 slightly used bridal dresses. I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Slightly used. Okay. Only got married in them 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
don't forget to give over here. We're trying to raise some money here. We're pushing on. Oh, there's been some money raised. Wow, Galaxy, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Really, very kind.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's nice. Yeah, we're doing all right, Shauna. Yeah.
We are. Thank you all for your generous donations.
Yep. For 8,300 lindens, you can buy and this is great. Okay, you can buy a used. Oh no, I'm never used. Of course, never used twin baby 9-month pregnancy kit. Anybody who decides they need to be pregnant for 9 months in Second Life, really, Dr. Fran, you've got a patient right there. I'm telling you. Right?
Oh, is that the only one? The only one, huh?
Yeah. Here's the 9-month miracle. Comes with the following products and services: 40 pregnancy shapes, 1 per week. Okay. 1 certificate of care with Brighter Beginnings Maternity Center, 10 office exams, 2 prenatal blood work screening with reports, 2 ultrasounds with pictures, 1 Lamaze class with certificate, 1 delivery, 2 prim babies, 2 birth certificates, 1 baby book, and 24 diapers. Can you imagine having to change your kid here in Second Life? Come on. You know, people dream this stuff up, okay? They're in here playing with us. Some of them have become partners with some of you, and you don't even know that they're building stuff like this. You got to wonder, you know? You got to wonder, what the heck are they doing, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Now, prim babies, when they came out, now they have sculpties and probably mesh babies. Are they selling mesh babies yet? Does anybody know? Are there mesh babies out there?
There has to be.
There's got to be a mesh baby, right? Does it come in small, medium, large, and extra large?
Big baby.
Yeah. But here's a prim baby kit you could buy, all right, way back when. If they have mesh babies, baby, they have to have the mesh babies.
Oh,
yes, I think you're
Lauren.
Right. Yeah.
Lauren, I bought it. Do you want to see it? I bought the prim baby.
Oh yeah,
wanna
the prim or the mesh? Prim baby.
I bought the prim one. Oh, who's
Okay,
calling
can I
at this
before you
hour?
take this out? That's the father. The prim baby. The prim babies come with 8 needs interaction. 8 needs interaction. Are you kidding? That's 8 things I'm not going to listen to. 8 basic interactions. Random emotes, 20 clothing texture changes, a reset script option. I don't know what that means. Does it mean you put the baby back in the box? I don't know what that means. Volume control, including sleep mode, time between emotes, name change, family access list, band list, skin tone color change, eye color change, and 18 realistic signs. Did you take the baby out there?
Not yet. Just a sec. I forgot where I put it,
right?
but
Yeah. Right.
hold on.
Yeah, wherever I put
There
it
it is.
baby. So, this is it. You're resing it.
I'm not
No?
rosing just yet. I just need a
Okay,
little
well, I'll go on with
time
this
to
way.
find it.
Well, you just keep
Okay.
working on it. When it's out, let us know. So I get these letters sometimes to me, okay, from some of the various people in Second Life. I have a love lawn column in Second Life. Did you guys know that? Did you know I have that column? Yeah. So this is one. It said, "Dear Lauren, my boyfriend hasn't asked to marry me, even though I've done all the sex pose balls he bought. What should I do? Girl in waiting." I wrote, "Girl in waiting. Why don't you see if he'll go out with your alt?" Okay. Are you?
Okay, I found it.
That's a baby.
It's a shopping cart full of babies, liquor, and huggies.
It's a
Okay.
blocky.
Now, do I dare ask Catboy what made you buy this? Do I want to know?
I-
Is it something that any of us really want to know?
I didn't buy it. I made it.
It's in the script.
All right,
I built this.
Dr. Fran, may I introduce you to your next patient?
He's
Right here.
Take a
already,
look.
he
What are the-
already owes me thousands.
Take a look at the baby
Look
up
at
front. What he's doing.
Oh, that's
my God,
hysterical.
the baby up front. That's great. Drinking the Jack Daniels. Yeah.
Yes, that's in the script too.
Dear Lauren, my Second Life partner is always being interrupted by his first life. How can I change that? Second best. Second
Aw.
best. Your name and location
Aw.
says it all. Dear Lauren, I just got Second Life married, and when we went on our honeymoon, his cock was too small. Short.
Huh?
A bit short. Dear, a bit short. There's not much you can do about that. Okay. I didn't get that very well, did I? We cannot use that
No.
either at SL10B, 11B, 9B, 7B.
11B.
Did you ask Hamlet? Oh, what's the last B coming up? Is it if this is it, or do we get 12B too? Do we get 12B?
It's done. The
Yeah.
sky has fallen.
I was out with my girlfriend the other day. She'd been in World for nearly 3 years. Did you know, as your age in Second Life, your fingers show your age? Somebody wrote that. I had no answer for that. Okay. And apparently, when you get married in Second Life, you age quicker. Did you? How many of you knew that? I didn't know that you age quicker. Your pixels start to really disintegrate. So
By the way,
a little
that-
girl asked, "What? Yes, Catboy."
Need a pixel lift.
that phone call I got was from the new Democratic Party. We're having elections now in Ontario. I'm being called by
Oh.
everybody. The Liberals, the Conservatives, the NDP, the Marijuana Party. They just want to know if I want a party.
When they call me, if I get the far left call me, I go, "Hi, this is Michelle Bachman. Can I help you?" It sort of ends
Well, I
the
gotta
call
remember
really
that.
quick.
Crazy Eyes Bachman.
Mhm.
Yeah. And vice versa, right? So a little girl at a wedding asked, "Mommy, why do brides always wear white?" And the mom replied, "Because they're happy, dear." Halfway through the wedding, the girl whispered, "Mommy, if brides wear white because they're happy, then why do men wear black?" Yeah. Now, I know the bridal business must be great in Second Life. People are partnering and departnering so much they could just call it being a passenger. I mean, come on. Yeah. I was going to set up at weddings. I thought we could do this, by the way. You could build this, actually, Catboy. So if you invited a wedding, you could just set up right at the edge of the thing, like a divorce court. Or something like that. Right there.
I have a friend, Drusilla. She runs wedding places. She would kill me if I did that. I have to do it.
Hello, Warthog. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'll tell you the one thing I've not figured out at all in Second Life, and I've talked about this before. A lot of women here in Second Life are 38 or 42 triple Ds, except for the Lolas. They're what? How big are those, Dr. Fran? Are they like?
Oh my God. Disgust.
Yeah. And they all have 0 feet. Now, when they walk, why don't they fall over? If we're going to have physics working in Second Life, it should work properly, don't you think?
It's probably because their stilettos stick in the ground, and that's what keeps them upright.
There's a guy in Second Life that actually got into the Guinness Book of Records. I can't remember what for, probably for
Was it-
weddings. I'm not sure.
Mm.
What?
Wasn't there a real estate person who made the Guinness Book of World Records? Or like most amount of virtual money made in an income or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
happened. Was it Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyhow, hope you're all having fun. Okay. We got 10 minutes, and Shauna, we got somebody who's going to sing in 10 minutes. Is that right? You got people here that are going to sing. Is that
They're
correct?
working on it. They have had some technical issues, but they are in world and they are working on it. So please hang tight. Be
Okay,
strong,
so
All right.
it's possible that those singing lessons haven't gotten completed yet, right?
Got to get in a couple of last ones before.
Yeah. So we'll do this. We'll end up with this. This is one of the old ones. For those who are new, I'm going to give you this. And if you laugh at all during this, you have to put some money in the kitty over there. Okay. Don't worry. We're not going to check out to see. We're not going to send somebody. The NSA is not going to be watching you while you're laughing at home. Whatever.
Well, they are, but
I like what
as long
Haley
as
says. Yes, go on, Catboy.
well, the NSA is watching, but as long as they laugh at our jokes, we're okay with that.
I like Haley's comment about the NSA.
Yeah.
That's great. She says she's happy there's the NSA because somebody's reading her emails.
Oh, that's so sad.
So here it is. For those of you who have heard it, you can, log off now or whatever you want to do. For those of you who haven't heard it, you might laugh, and then you have to put some money in there if you do. All hair removal methods have tricked women with their promises of easy, painless removal. You know that, right, girls? The epilady, scissors, razors, near, and of course, the wax. My night began as any other normal weeknight. I came home, fixed dinner, played with the kids, and then I had a thought that would ring painfully in my mind for the next few hours. Maybe I should pull the waxing kit out of the medicine cabinet. So I headed to the site of my demise, the bathroom. It was one of those cold wax kits. No melting a clump of hot wax. You just rub the strips together in your hand. They get warm. You peel them apart, press them to your leg or wherever else, and you pull the hair right off, right? No muss, no fuss. How hard can this be? I mean, I'm not a genius, but I am mechanically inclined enough to figure this out. You think? So I pull the thin strips out. It's actually two strips facing each other, stuck together, and instead of rubbing them, my genius kicks in. I get out my hairdryer and heat it up to 1,000 degrees. Cold wax, yeah, right. I lay the strip across my thigh, hold the skin around it tight, and I pull. It works. Okay. Wasn't the best feeling, but it wasn't too bad. I can do this. Hair removal no longer eludes me. I'm a She-Ra, fighter of all wayward body hair and maker of smooth skin extraordinaire. Now, with my next wax strip, I move north. After checking on the kids, I sneak back in the bathroom for the ultimate hair fighting championship. I drop my panties and place one foot on the toilet. Using the same procedure, I apply the one strip across the right side of my bikini line, covering the right half of my hoo-hoo and stretching down to the inside of my butt cheek. Yes, it's a long strip. I inhale deeply, brace myself. I'm blinded from the pain. Oh my God. Vision returning. I notice that I've only managed to pull off half the strip. Crap. Another deep breath and everything's swirly spotted. I think I may pass out. Must stay conscious. Do I hear crashing drums? Breathe. Okay, back to normal. Now I want to see my trophy, a wax-covered strip, the one that caused me so much pain with my hairy pelt sticking to it. I want to revel in the glory that's my triumph over body hair. I hold up the strip. There's no hair on it. Where's the hair? Where's the wax? Slowly I ease my head down, foot still perched on the toilet. I see the hair that should be on the strip. I touch it, I'm touching wax. Oh, I run my fingers over the most sensitive part of my body, which is now covered in cold wax and matted hair. And then I make my next big mistake. Now remember, my foot is still propped up on the toilet. I know I need to do something, so I put my foot down and damn, I hear the closing of a cell door. Hoo-hoo, sealed shut. But sealed shut. I penguin walk around the bathroom trying to figure out what to do and think to myself, please, oh please, don't give me the urge to poop. My head may pop off. What can I do to melt the wax? Hot water. Hot water melts wax. That's what I'll do. I'll run the hottest water I can stand in the bathtub. I'll get in, immerse the wax-covered bits, and the wax should melt, and I can gently wipe it off, right? Wrong. I get in the tub. Now, the water is slightly hotter than that used to torture prisoners of war or sterilize surgical equipment, and I sit. Now, the only thing worse than having your nether region glued together is having them glued together and then glued to the bottom of the tub in scalding hot water, which, by the way, doesn't melt cold wax. So now I'm stuck to the bottom of the tub as though I had cement epoxied myself to the porcelain. God bless the man who had convinced me a few months ago to have a phone put in the bathroom. I call a friend. Surely she has waxed before. She must have some secret on how to get me undone. You know, it's a great conversation starter. So my butt and hoo-ha are glued together at the bottom of the tub. There's a slight pause. She doesn't know any secrets for removal, but she does try to hide her laughter from me. She wants to know exactly where the wax is located. Are we talking cheeks or hoo-ha? She's laughing out loud by now. I can hear her. I give her the rundown, and she suggests I call the number on the side of the box. Yeah, right. I should be the joke of someone else's night. While we go through the various solutions, I resort to scraping off the wax with a razor. Now, nothing feels better than to have your girly goodies covered in hot wax, glued shut, stuck in the tub in super hot water, and dry shaving the sticky stuff off. By now, the brain's not working. Dignity has taken a major hike, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need post-traumatic stress counseling for this event. My friend is still talking to me when I finally see my saving grace, the lotion they give you to remove the excess wax. I mean, what do I really have to lose at this point? I rub some on and, oh my God! The scream probably woke the kids, and I'm sure scared the dickens out of my friend. It's so painful, but I really don't care. It works, it works. I get a hearty congratulation from my friend, and she hangs up. I successfully remove the remainder of the wax and then notice to my grief and despair the hair is still there. All of it. So I recklessly shave it off. Heck, I'm numb by now. Nothing hurts. I could have amputated my own leg at this point. Next week, I'm going to try hair color. All right. Now, if anybody laughed during any of this, and Catboy, I heard you laugh. You got to put something in the box over there. If you
all right,
laughed at
there we
all,
go.
You had some
All
fun.
right.
Come on, anybody. Let's see if we bring up the couple numbers here. Oh yeah, we got somebody. Zach
I need
laughed.
a favor.
Right.
They say they think they're streaming, and I'm not able to bring it up. Does anybody hear anything on the music portion?
On the music, hold on. Let's just everyone toggle your music channel. Let's see what's going on.
My channel's not toggling at all.
Nothing.
Who put the stream in?
Jay Wheel.
I did. I put in the stream
Okay.
she gave me. So
The stream is in. I'm going to get off the stage so they can get up here if they want to get up here.
I'm not actually hearing anything either, which makes me
Yeah.
think
Me
it's
either.
not the right stream. So we need to figure out what stream we need to use.
Yes. Well, you guys figure that out. When you get that together, just let us know. We got the stages clear. Are they getting up on stage, Shauna, by the way? Do you know that or not?
I think Anaconda is here. I don't think Star is here.
Well, Anaconda can get up on stage. Yeah, Anaconda. Get over there on stage. You have a beautiful dress on. Walk up there so everybody can see you.
Very pretty. Yeah.
And don't forget, if you laugh, keep adding money. What?
Yeah.
The person that's asking, I have never had to add a port number ever, so I'm not sure.
No.
That's,
no, we don't need a port
I'm
number. The
not
port
sure what
number's on
that
her
is.
side, not your side.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Just
hold
let
on,
him give you the
me-
URL. Thank you,
Yeah,
Love
hold
PC
on.
Young.
Okay.
That's very sweet of you.
They say please try it again.
Okay,
We
let me
did the
let me put this
password.
in. Hang on.
All right. Okay. By the way, if this doesn't work, everyone, if you each put 1,000 Lindens in the Relay for Life, I won't sing, okay? So
Yeah.
No, neither
Yeah.
will I.
Why went up
You
the
all in
pipes?
favor.
Yeah.
It's weird. It says it shows they're online as if they were on the air.
well, I don't know what to tell
Okay,
you.
one second.
This is a technical glitch.
Let me
And-
just throw this
Well,
in,
do
and
whatever.
we'll see what
Nobody's
we got
leaving.
here.
We're all here. While you're doing
All
that,
right.
I'm going to switch my headset to my other headset, and I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. Catboy, you can tell jokes while I'm doing this, okay?
Oh, great.